Welcome, welcome, Grand Rising. Happy Juneteenth. Happy birthday to me. Happy Juneteenth. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Thank you for coming in and spending my birthday with me. I am so excited for today's session, so excited to share what I have learned about this holiday, which I have been blessed to be born on. I am so grateful that I am a Juneteenth baby, and as a result, I'm able to share about this holiday with velocity. I have learned a lot about it from the first time I heard about it until now, and learning more things every time, every year. I learn something else that I didn't know. And my prayer is that you all will learn something today that you will be happy to have learned, and we will all enjoy it together. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's see who's here. Let's see, let's see. Oh, Adam and Chris. And who else is here? Uh, Oh, Zakiyyah, Andrea, Yusuf, thank you for coming. Teresa, love you, love you, love you. Oh, awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I have no,
Happy birthday to you, Sister Z. This is Andrea, and great
thank you,
morning.
Lord. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Blessings, Z. And I just want to say, happy birthday to you, and I'm wishing you many, many more years to come.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. This is my 61st, 60,
Mwah.
65th year. So I am celebrating my 65th rotation around the sun, and I'm officially, according to society, officially an elder. I've been an elder for a minute, but I'm officially an elder now.
Embrace it, honey.
Absolutely. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
And
And don't
usually,
forget the senior citizen discounts too.
Oh yes, yeah, yeah. Lots of great things come with being 65. I'm looking forward
Yes,
to
stuff you didn't get
it.
before. So enjoy them and happy celebration with you. Glad to be here celebrating this with you. Amen.
You're
amen.
welcome. So you will be learning a lot. So if you want to have something to jot some notes down, you might want to do that. You may not, but just in case you hear something you want to jot down, um, you feel free to get some way to do that. I'm looking forward. Welcome to the Facebook family. Welcome, 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 welcome. Enjoying our day. Thank you so much. I thank you for joining me for my birthday. I'm so excited about this day and about the holiday that I'm born on. And the year I was born, back in 1960, nobody that I knew anything about this holiday. I didn't learn about it until the mid 90s. Um, I was a performing artist, a cultural clown, and in my research for my clowning, I discovered that my birthday was a holiday, and so I've been celebrating it as a holiday ever since then, and it's now officially a holiday, which is even better. So it's just great. Yes, and if you haven't been celebrating it now before, hopefully you'll find a whole lot of reasons to celebrate it now after today's session. Looking forward, looking forward. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so very, very much.
Wake up, everybody. It's time to get up. Wake up, everybody. It's time to get up. Stay woke, stay woke, stay woke. It's time to get up. Stay woke, stay woke, stay woke. It's time to get up. We're healing, we're dealing, we're growing. Together, releasing. We're teaching, we're moving. Together, together, we're learning, discerning, we're striving. Together, together, we're leading, connecting, transforming. Together, together.
Grand Rising. Happy Juneteenth, everybody. Happy Juneteenth. Happy Juneteenth. Happy Juneteenth. Is there anyone else who shares this birthday with me so I can acknowledge you? Thank you, thank you, thank you. If not, before we go too far, the first thing I have to do is get permission to begin. So let's see who's the eldest in the space today. Is there anyone 80 or over? 75 or over? 70 or over?
You got it. See, you got my permission.
Thank you,
Happy
thank you,
birthday.
thank you. Thank you, Laura. Thank you. Awesome. So we have permission to begin. And those of you who have been in my sessions know that the first thing I do after getting permission is get us all grounded by doing a little box breathing. So, Sierra, if you can be so kind as to bring that slide up, I would sincerely appreciate it. Box breathing, 4 count, 4 cycles. Breathe in. Hold. Out. Hold. In. Hold. Out. Hold. In. Hold. Out. Hold. In. Hold. Out. Hold. Return to normal breathing. Oh, thank you for joining me with our family. Now it's time to get this party started. Next slide, please.
Juneteenth
Come on and celebrate Juneteenth. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hope you all enjoyed that. So, as being me, I'm involved with several different things around Juneteenth. Most prevalent is a Juneteenth celebration in Brooklyn. It's been going on. This is our 16th year. I've been connected with it for 3 years, and I was looking for something to share with the children about Juneteenth, and found this amazing book, kids book about Juneteenth by Garrison Hayes, and is it gave me more information than I have had up to now, and I've been, as I said, celebrating since the early to mid 90s. So I thought I would share it with you guys. Next slide, please. This is a book about Juneteenth. The word Juneteenth is two words combined, June and 19th. Next slide. And just as I'm finished reading, just go to the next slide so we can keep flowing. Thank you. Juneteenth celebrates the end of slavery in the United States on June 19th, 1865, more than 150 years ago. You may think slavery ended when the Civil War was over, but that's not true. Hi, my name is Garrison Hayes. The author's name is Garrison Hayes. I wrote this book because, one, the stories of the past help us understand today and build a better tomorrow. Two, I love history, and this is something that he and I have in common. Three, my great, great, great grandparents were enslaved people here in the United States of America. In order to understand Juneteenth and my family's history, we have to go back more than 400 years. Beginning in the year 1619, African people were brutally captured, sold, forced onto ships, taken far from their homes and families, and brought to what is now the state of Virginia. And that shaped America forever. America wasn't the first country to embrace chattel slavery, but it did perfect it. Any form of slavery is abominable. Chattel slavery is when a human being is considered the property of another person. Slavery in America was about race. White people enslaved black people. It was cruel, inhumane, and a very profitable institution. America became the richest nation in the world because of the free labor of enslaved black people. But not everyone agreed with it. Free people who had been enslaved, like Frederick Douglass, spoke about the inhumanity of slavery. But because the livelihoods of many white Americans in the South depended on chattel slavery, by the 1800s, they were willing to fight a war over it. The states that were involved in this at the time, the states of Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, Florida, and South Carolina, and later Virginia, Arkansas, Tennessee, and North Carolina. This was called the Civil War. The war was fought by the Union Army from the North and the Confederate Army from the South. Some people say it was about each state having the right to choose their own laws, but it wasn't that simple. The war was really about slavery. In 1863, while the country was still at war over slavery, President Lincoln made the Emancipation Proclamation. To emancipate means to free a person from restraint, constraint, or the power of another person. It declared that all persons held as slaves are, henceforward shall be free. The proclamation didn't free everyone, but its message encouraged people to keep fighting. Okay, now let's skip ahead to the good part. The Union Army finally defeated the Confederate Army in 1865. Now there was only one thing left to do: tell Black people they were free. But back then, there weren't fast ways to get the message out to people. No phones, no TVs, and definitely no internet. News had to be shared through newspapers or from person to person by word of mouth. And on June 19th, 1865, around 2 months later, word finally made it to Galveston, Texas, the last place to learn that the war was over and Black people were free. As one person found out, they told another and another and another. Black people celebrated their freedom. They shouted, they sang, they rejoiced. What makes Juneteenth special to me is that even though it isn't the only day Black Americans found out they were free, it was the first day nearly every Black American knew they were free. I wish I could say that that's the end of the story and everything was fine every day after, but I can't. There were a few good years after emancipation. Black people traveled freely to find their families which had been separated, started businesses, saved millions of dollars, bought homes, became senators, and there was even a Black governor. This period of time was called Reconstruction, and it was all made possible because Black people in the South were protected by the Union Army. But that protection didn't last. In 1876, there wasn't a clear winner of the presidential election. And to solve it, politicians agreed to make Rutherford B. Hayes the President of the United States if he would remove the Union Army from the South. It was called the Compromise of 1877, and it completely removed protection for Black people from white people who wanted them under their control. Much of the success of Black people had achieved was erased almost overnight. We call the time period that started in 1877 Jim Crow. Jim Crow was a demeaning character of a Black man created by a white actor. The name of the made-up character eventually came to stand for racial segregation and outright violence against Black people in America, and it lasted nearly 100 years. During that time, thousands of Black people were killed and their property was stolen or destroyed. The joys of Juneteenth celebrations faded away. You see, Jim Crow laws made it illegal for Black people to do everyday things. Visiting a public park, illegal. Voting, illegal. In some places, it was even illegal for Black people to laugh in public. Jim Crow laws were created to keep white people in power and to make racial segregation legal. Juneteenth became something people celebrated privately and quietly. Until 1968, over 100 years after the first Juneteenth, when the holiday was brought back into the national spotlight. At the time of his assassination on April 4th, 1968, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was working on the Poor People's Campaign. The work Dr. King had begun continued thanks to Coretta Scott King and Reverend Ralph Abernathy, who connected the movement to Juneteenth. Nearly 50,000 people joined together at the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. for the movement's Solidarity Day rally on June 19, 1968. This rally brought together people from many backgrounds, Black and white, Hispanic and Latino, Christian, Jewish, and Muslim, all standing in solidarity with one another. Because Juneteenth is about freedom for everyone. It's the belief that none of us are free until all of us are free, and that we can never be truly free if we forget where we came from, if we forget our history. Let's skip ahead again. On June 17th, 2021, after a long campaign led by descendants of enslaved people, those like me, Juneteenth was finally declared a national holiday by President Joseph R. Biden. I believe that if there was ever a time we needed a yearly reminder to stand with one another against oppression and for freedom for all, it's now. Thank you for listening. Ah, so I hope that everybody learned something. Did you learn something, or were you reminded of something that you forgot or didn't haven't thought about in quite a long time? Let me hear your voices.
Grand Rising and happy birthday.
Thank you, thank you.
I learned some important dates that I didn't know before. And I enjoyed the intro. Thank you for that. And I enjoyed the history lesson. I appreciate you. Happy Juneteenth, everyone.
Happy Juneteenth. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Anyone else want to share? Wow, y'all are quiet today.
Yes, peace and blessing. Today is 2 days. It was 3 days for me. It's Z's birthday, Juneteenth, and it's the anniversary of my mother's death. And I hadn't realized when she first passed that she had died on Juneteenth. So it was just an honor to know that she got her freedom and other people got their freedom at the same time. I'm just grateful to not be sad, just be thankful to be able to celebrate this day with Z and celebrate Juneteenth and my mom all at the same time. So it's a beautiful gift to me, and I'm just thankful for all the information that you talked about. And I love that music. Just got me right in the mood. I was like, go ahead, Z, with your party. So thank you so much, Aaron.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Love you, thank you. And honoring your mom, call her names, please, please.
Her name is Margaret Louise Scott.
Thank you. Honoring Margaret Louise Scott on her day of transition. Thank you.
Yes, hi, this is Zakiyyah Doreen. Hey, hi,
Hey, sweetie.
girlfriend.
Hey.
Yes, happy birthday, happy born day.
Thank
Wow, that was a lot
you.
of information about Juneteenth that I did not know either. That was helpful, very eye-opening. Wow, wow. Thank you for the information and showing me the track line, so to speak, of how it came to be and the ups and downs. Thank you so very much.
Thank you. Oh, Mama Laura.
Yes, Earth Strong Blessings Z. Z, happy birthday, and thank you. I'm reminded of
Thank you.
these
Thank
important days and events. Yes, and as you said, Juneteenth is freeing every one of us African-centered people. And thank you so much for the party. It got me started. So
you.
thank you and enjoy. And I hope I can see you today. I'll be traveling out, but I hope I can get back in time to come celebrate with you. Love you. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you.
Veronica too.
Veronica.
Happy blessed birthday, dear
Thank you,
Z.
beloved.
I wish you all the best. I hope to see you next year and the year after and the year after, getting better, better and better. I ask God to increase your health and your wealth.
Thank you. Thank you.
God bless you, sister.
Thank you, beloved. Thank you.
I just want to say that it's an honor to see Z's two sons here, and it's a blessing, to have them in the presence with their mom. I haven't met I don't know if it's the older son. I forget his name, Yusuf,
Yes,
but
Hakeem.
and so it's a blessing to have both of them, in the thing. And I just want to shout out to y'all. Thank you for showing up and honoring your mother. What a blessing.
I don't think Hakeem's here. Yusuf is another friend. Sabor is here.
I got mixed up with that name, so I didn't know who that was, but
Yeah,
I know.
Hakeem is in Arizona, so he is a few hours behind, so he might not get up in time for today. But Savor is here. Thank you for coming, my beloved. That's my baby boy, my youngest.
We've also got Sam with the hand up.
Awesome.
For
Sam.
this is the can you hear me?
Sorry, say it again. I can't hear
Can you hear
you.
me?
Oh, now I can hear you.
Okay, great. Awesome. So yes, thank you for the information. I'm aware of most of it, but it's always great to get a reminder. And I didn't know, but I didn't remember the date. It was June 17, 2021, when it became officially celebrated. And so I was like, oh, that was my birthday. So happy birthday to you as well. You look great. So whatever you're
Thank you.
doing, keep doing it. Keep doing it.
Thank you. And congratulations
Put
on
that
your
up.
new edition,
Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right.
Chris.
I saw Veronica first. I'll go right after her.
I think her hand was still raised from earlier. Veronica, did you have anything to add?
Okay, I guess I'll go. First of all, happy born day. It's
Thank you.
65. Happy to see this. Hope you have a good day today. I wanted to add, thank you for the information. That information is one of the things that I study. I just got this book right here, Angela Davis, Women Racing Class. So I'm doing my homework. 1865 is when also the concept of for Englishmen only was created when we were set free. So the concept of white people was invented by them on paper. I also wanted to add that the birth of America's child policing system was born right there to bring us all back because they didn't want us to leave. And it's interesting how now a small percentage of the population could be black, but we make the largest percentage in the foster systems. And even though most populations live on the east and west coast, 2/3 of our land have financial and food insecurities. And the BIPOC youth foster children, they come with the paycheck, necessary paycheck to supplement and secure those communities. But now, since we've been restructuring the child policing system, we've been preserving our bonds, which is good for us. We're passing bills, we're keeping our families together. But now those people are flying over to where we are and investing in our communities and claiming different things, especially claiming to be reproductive justice supporters and everything, but they're funding with a different purpose. And it all started right there in 1865. And my grandma who raised me, she was born in 1898, so her parents told her these things, and it is right on from what I was told since her childhood. So I want to thank you for that information. And I'm complete.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for adding. Oh my goodness. What a wealth you just added. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, so we have been learning so much today. And the next little piece that I want to share, let me keep track of time and make sure we're, oh, we got plenty of time. Okay. So the next thing I want to talk about is our flags. So, who can tell me what this flag is called? Come on. I know I got a whole bunch of folks know what flag is called. It's got a few different names, but
Athenia put in the chat the Pan-African flag.
yes, it's Pan-African flag. It's also known as the flag liberation flag. It is officially the Pan-African flag. It was created, and correct me if I'm wrong, I believe Marcus Garvey created it, and it has become very connected with us. And personally, I believe it belongs in any area that we are celebrating us, whatever, regardless of the purpose of the celebration. And for quite a while, it was the only flag that Black people used in connection with Juneteenth. However, there is an actual Juneteenth flag that many people don't know about. Uh, Many are learning about as this year and in the last couple of years. So I want to make sure that you're aware that there is a pardon me, a Juneteenth flag that is specific to this holiday. So next slide, please. This is the Juneteenth flag. And each piece of it has a purpose. So if you'll go to the next slide, that will break it down. So the colors, red, white, and blue, represent the American flag, a reminder that slaves and their descendants were and are Americans. The arc, the curve that extends across the width of the flag, represents a new horizon and the opportunities and promise that lay ahead for Black Americans. The star in the middle, the white star in the center represents both Texas, the Lone Star State, as well as the freedom of all African Americans in all 50 states. The starburst. The bursting outline around the star is inspired by a nova, a term that astronomers use to mean a new star. This pardon me. This represents a new beginning for African Americans. The date. The date marks the date enslaved African Americans in Galveston, Texas, learned of their freedom when Union troops arrived to announce the Emancipation Proclamation. Does anyone have any ideas or any thoughts about this? Athenia. Yeah, I saw you coming right in time. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Hello, good morning, everyone. Athenia here. Just want to say happy birthday, Z, to start first, and happy Juneteenth. Um, Sorry I'm off camera, but I'm getting ready to go to my Juneteenth festival. And get ready for my events. But I wanted to say one of the things that I've been sharing, especially around the Juneteenth flag, because a lot of individuals have shared, like, why is our flag red, white, and blue? Like, I thought people would be disgusted by the fact that the flag represents the American flag colors. And my response to that is, we made America. Like, if it were not for us, America would not be what it is today. And so many people who, especially the legacies of our ancestors, they were generations removed from Africa. So we have to also understand that their only home, or what they knew, was America, or is America, should I say. And to say that they um, were not American, it was almost like a complete disgrace to them, right? They built all of the main monuments that we consider to be historical things today. We built the White House, we built the Capitol, we built bridges, tunnels. Like, it is off the backs of us, and so why not be American? Why not be proud to have that American symbol, and to be able to say that this is who we represent, and to take back that information that we were just brought here, but to have ownership here, because we were brought here, we belong here, and so just being able to take pride in the flag as well. And to your point earlier, not discounting where we come from, because we have to know where we come from to know where we're going, and being able to understand that we came from queens and kings in Africa, to here to the Americas as well. So I just wanted to share that, because it is definitely something that is a contentious space for a lot of people. And where they are like, oh, I'm denouncing that. And I'm like, people are dying to get here. People are being sent back right now. Like there are all kinds of um things that are happening right now where people are fighting to be here in America and we have ownership with it. So let's be proud of it. And I'm complete. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. So well put. Thank you. Thank you. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is Athenia Rodney. She is the founder and CEO of Juneteenth NYC. We have been celebrating Juneteenth in Brooklyn for 16 years. And hopefully we'll see all y'all there, especially those who are in and around the New York area next year.
Looks like we got K Sweetness with her hand up.
Awesome. Thank you, K Sweetness.
Grace and peace. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Peace and blessings. Assalamu alaikum, sister.
Walaikum assalam.
Thanking God for your presence on this planet. Thank you so much for your energy that you continue to share with this community. So have a blessed and prosperous and peaceful day. And thank you so much for the information. Yeah, I'm a little clueless about what all of this is about. So I'm so glad I have sense enough to be involved in a platform and in a community where they're giving information. So thank you so much for that. And for our beloved queen who just finished sharing. Yeah, I have to be reminded, yeah, that I'm here. Oftentimes there's resistance because of the treatment, because of the fact that I'm Black and I'm American and I'm here and I'm woman. So I'm not treated necessarily in high vibration and in reverence. So I have to be reminded that America is where our ancestors, like she said, built. And we have a connection here. No, this is not our origin. However, we do have a connection here and we've made substantial contribution to this place. And so I want to thank her for sharing that and reminded me of that because I oftentimes forget that. So I'm reminded today. And I'm going to walk in my royalty because she mentioned that we came from kings and queens. We didn't drop out the sky slaves. So I am royalty. Yes, Sounds of Blackness reminds me of that I am royalty. And I'm going to walk in that today, in my authority, in my royalty, and declare and live out the name of servant. And with that, I'm complete. Have a wonderful day, family.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Teresa?
Yeah, blessing. Just wanted to thank Z for all her artistic, her shirt that she got on that says it's Juneteenth and it's my birthday. Her background, that's so it's amazing. I want to big up. She's a great tech thing. So if you need her, consult her and get use her services because she knows how to. What's that thing you do? When you do the sound. So I was like, I always encourage her. Because she pulled us up together. She knows how to do that, and so that's a rare gift that people have, and we don't really. I want to honor her gifts and her talents, and I've never seen that flag that I remember, but the way she broke it down, that was amazing. So I just wanted to big up, her technical skills and her artistic skills to be able to put it, because I don't know if I could have done all that, and she broke it down so wonderfully. So thank you, Z, for just educating us and how you're a storyteller. I'm looking forward to seeing your clown, back in action. So I'm just speaking life over her, and I just thank God for her. She's a blessing to me, and I thank God for God sending her at the time when my son passed, and she's been a blessing to me. We've had our bumps, because women living in house can be challenging, but I had to look at the blessing, of her having here, and she's really been a blessing to me, and I pray that I've been a blessing to her, and so glad to be here with her. And peace and blessing, everyone.
Thank you, beloved. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. So, I hope that everyone is having a wonderful celebration today and learning new things. So let's go to the next slide. So this is where I will be today in Queens at Roy Wilkins Park at Juneteenth in Queens. And so I'm hoping that anyone who is in the area and doesn't have plans already will come out and uh, celebrate out with us and come wish me happy birthday. And I will be there, rain or shine, because it's looking like it's trying to do the same thing today as it did on Saturday when we had our Juneteenth in Brooklyn. Hopefully it won't be as bad as that. It rained all day Saturday. We from the time we were there at 6 o'clock in the morning setting up through the end of the day. It was raining, but we had everybody that was there, committed to being there, came. Our entertainers. We had a beautiful fashion show. It was a wonderful, wonderful day, and everyone, all the participants who came out, had a full experience despite the rain. So whatever happens today, I'm up for it. I'm praying that if we have any rain, it'll be short-lived, but whatever it is, I'm up for it. Looking forward, and hopefully I'll see some of y'all there. And I've been speaking about the Juneteenth in Brooklyn, and so I have to give it attention. I must give it attention. And I think, yeah, we got a lot of time to kill. This went even faster than I thought it was going to go. So hopefully I'll hear from the community to fill out our time. Or if we're going to end early, we're going to end earlier. Hopefully not. But at any rate, the Juneteenth in Brooklyn uh, is the organization that I connected with. Actually, I had moved to Georgia for a few years, and I was actually living in Georgia when I first connected with the Juneteenth in Brooklyn through this wonderful community. Athenia, as you all know, is part of this community, and in our conversations, she invited me to be a part of the board, and this is my first year actually physically being able to attend the Juneteenth in Brooklyn. The first year I was coming up from Georgia and something happened and then I never got up here. Last year, around Memorial Day, I ended up in rehab and I was in rehab through the whole summer. I thought I was going to be there for a short period of time, but I was in rehab, so I missed it. And so this is my first year actually experiencing the Juneteenth Brooklyn. And as you'll see the dates, it's a celebration that started on the 12th. On the 12th, we had a Black Kings awards ceremony celebration. Then on the 14th, the Saturday, we had a parade and the Juneteenth festival. And today, we're having a virtual summit. So everyone will be in the next slides. You'll be able to learn more about that and be able to sign up for that too. So, speaking of the events that happened so far, uh, one of our own, uh, David Germain, was honored as a Black King at the Black Kings Awards, and over the years we've had others. Uh, John Carl Martin was honored a few years ago. If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure Omari was honored a few years before that. So this community has been connected with that community for quite some time. And on the right, on Saturday, our own sister Zakiyyah portrayed Harriet Tubman, who was our symbol of resilience for the holiday and for our theme for this year. So our this community and that community are directly connected to each other, and I'm so happy about that. And I mentioned that today there's a virtual summit. So wherever you are in the world, it's virtual, so you can participate. The link to register is in the chat, and you can join, and you can hop in and out of it all day long from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. It's a very full program. When you go to the link, you'll see all the things that are going on, the speakers and entertainers, and even vendors, virtual vendors. So lots and lots going on that you all can participate in, and I hope that you will take advantage of that. And the even with the reading of an entire book, I'm coming up really short today. So I'm going to ask the community to help me fill the space. Professor Marilyn, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Grand Rising, everyone. Happy birthday, Z.
Thank you, beloved. Thank you.
And peace and blessings on this Juneteenth. I'm from Texas, where it all went down. And we celebrate Juneteenth in grand style from all counties in Texas. We start on the 13th, and every teen up until even past the 19th, we have parades every Saturday. We even have a parade today in what's called the Fofo Acres Home, which is a black settlement after slavery. And it's a parade that's honoring the people that passed this year. Um, Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee, especially, and Sylvester Turner. Um, and then, of course, we have the big celebrations are Houston and Galveston, because Galveston is where General Granger landed, and they have a museum and everything about that. Um, they have church services. The black churches are in grand style the past Sunday and coming up Sunday. So it's a whole week of activities every day. They even have a watermelon festival. They have pageants for all ages all over the state. And they're telling the stories. Of course, in Houston, we have the story of Jack Yates and three others who were formerly enslaved and freed. And they were four preachers that got together and decided to buy. I mean, they were rich within a year of coming out of slavery because they came out with skills. And they got together and decided to buy 10 acres of land in the heart of Houston. Of course, it wasn't totally the heart of at that time, but they actually founded Freedman's Town, which is where their wealth was built when they first got out. And then the four churches, got together and decided to put together and buy 10 acres of land in the heart of the area where all the different wards were divided up. And it was the first park, they donated it to the people. It was the first park to celebrate family and hang out, not only in Houston, but in all of Texas. And it's now, they donated it, became a public park. So out of Juneteenth, this was born to celebrate Juneteenth. And Reverend Jack Yates, we have a high school now named after him. His home is in by City Hall. They moved it to Heritage Park. So he's getting quite a bit of respect. And we every year we interview his great great granddaughter and her daughter, and now there's a granddaughter. So we keep that for all those four pastors. But Yates was the kind of forefront with the idea, and what's left that's well taken care of and curated. And so it's very exciting to be in Houston. Um, and, it's hard to decide where to go because so much is happening at the same time to get it all in for Juneteenth. And there's a parade today. There was a parade last week. And then there's a parade again on Saturday, just in Houston alone. And then today in Galveston, I mean, there are lectures, there are tours,
of where it happened, right? Where General Granger came down. So Texas is doing it big, but I don't know if people realize that it's an internationally recognized day, and that Russia was the first one outside of the United States to celebrate Juneteenth. People may not know that,
I
right?
did not know that. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you.
yes, because then that's when they acknowledge their black um, big people, right? Like Solzhenitsyn, the author, and
Mm.
black authors and revolutionaries and all of that. So I think Russia's been positioning itself to be remembered by black people and appreciated because they're also the ones trying to expose that the Bible, blacks are in the Bible and all of that, right?
And if I'm not mistaken, they are very supportive of one of the newest heroes in
Yes.
Africa,
Mm-hmm.
Brahim Traore.
Right.
Yes.
Yes. The revolution is live
Yeah.
and not on necessarily on our TVs, but definitely all over Facebook, where Burkina Faso is getting a lot of making trade deals with Russia. And of course, the face of the revolution now is Ibrahim Traore, but it's three countries, so Assimi Goïta and then General Chiani too. So the Sahel Alliance, they're calling it, and it may soon become one country. If it does, it will be huge, bigger
Mm.
than Nigeria. And so some people on the other side of the equator don't like that, and they're trying to sabotage him. He's had over 20 assassination attempts. But I'm sure he'll have a Juneteenth message because he's been really talking Juneteenth style about why it's important for Africa and Africans all over to be free. And he mentions Haiti quite a lot. But again, we're all related, and our origin is Africa. We're indigenous to the planet, but Black Americans are so appreciated and respected worldwide. We need to understand that and learn that and appreciate ourselves for this struggle because America is the place to look at, then African Americans are automatically going to be the ones to be looked at, imitated, celebrated, respected anywhere but home in some cases, but definitely globally and well connected to the Caribbean because, of course, Caribbean people have fought in every war and even helped to double the size of the United States by defeating Napoleon from Haiti. And we have the Louisiana Purchase to think about. Um, but the red, white, and blue, it's blood and sacrifice, and it's well earned. And the star, even if it's not black, it's still about us shining and rising, right? And so African Americans deserve respect, and the knowledge to give to build the esteem needs to come out. We need to know who we are, where we came from, and what we've done everywhere,
Ashe.
right? And we've done a lot. Even there are Black Asians, there are Black Europeans, there are Black Latin Americans. Latin is just a language group, but there are Black people in Mexico, for example, right? And they tried to erase Blacks in Argentina, but it's so incredible what African Americans have done. The White House is like our pyramid, right? Because it's a monument that even the white people preserve and they keep it painted white, but it was built by us. As a matter of fact, it was built by the ancestors of Michelle Obama because the contractor owned them. And that's what had made it so spiritual and exciting when they were running for office and all of that. But yeah, Robinsons were there. That's where we have common last names that don't belong to our origin.
Mm.
right? And so we have to look into those things. We've already had black governors. We have so many black politicians. We're honoring, like I said, Sheila Jackson Lee, who passed on earlier, and Sylvester Turner, who was the previous mayor, immediate past mayor of Houston. And he was a state legislator and one of those that helped to work with Al Edwards, who got Juneteenth to be a holiday in Texas. And then, of course, the face of Juneteenth became Opal, um, Miss Opal, because she would walk across the United States promoting Juneteenth as of then. And so Texas plays a big part still in Black empowerment and enrichment. Okay, the stereotype on TV is different, but people get along here. We just, again, don't vote other than emotion. And so sometimes we vote ourselves out of the picture, away from the table. But the work is still in place. Blacks are big in Texas. I think there are more blacks in Texas than in Georgia, or at least in Atlanta and versus Houston. And so very excited for today. I'm exhausted for the week, but we're getting out there and doing our thing. And just hello from Texas. Peace and
Thank
blessings.
you.
I'm
Thank you.
complete.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I love when you share history. I love it, love it, love it, love it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Chris?
Yes. I just wanted to add also that I don't know if people are aware, but in New York upstate, they just gave back 1,000 acres of land to indigenous peoples. And California just gave back 47,097 acres back to indigenous peoples. Coincidentally, the people who are all living around those areas and profiting are now investing in our communities. I live in North Manhattan where they just placed a building called Inwood Living. Disrespectful. Though a studio starts at like 2,700, which is in our community, nobody can afford that. So it makes me think about, my birthing center is still illegal for me to place in New York City. The nursing homes that we need is still illegal. But after giving everything back to us, it's like we're an investment to them. And now here they are. And when I went to their website, nobody looks like us on our website. They're promoting it so that people can come here now that land is given back where they can no longer have control. So the effects since 1665, they're still pretty much on. They're pretty much, things are not changing as much, but we're changing the system right now. I just wanted to add that, and I'm complete.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, this community feeds my spirit. I am so grateful to be part of this community. I'm so grateful to my cousin for remembering to call me the day after the first iteration or the first event of the Wake Up Everybody community to let me know what was going on. At the time, we thought it was going to be a short experience, and here we are, more than 5 years later, and going strong. And I pray that we will continue to go strong. On and on and on, because I learn so much and I grow so much from being a part of this community. Thank you all. So I'm a little bit at a loss for what to do next because I thought it was going to take a little bit longer than it's taken. I thought it was going to take a lot longer. Reading the book, I knew it wasn't a long read, but I thought it would fill a lot more space. So again, I'm looking to my family to fill us up for a little bit.
Got Chris with his hand back up. I know Michelle
Awesome.
also had her hand up earlier if she wanted to contribute now.
Awesome.
I
Okay,
just I
Chris, and
wanted to
then
add something very interesting. Did you know that a lot of black movements, we know when they started and they also ended, especially during the civil rights movement, but the KKK was established in 1865, which is bizarre. It's still established. There is no defounding. It's still established. And a lot of them are now in ICE. ICE is the KKK of today. I don't see any difference. They're doing the same exact thing, same pickup trucks, same weapons, same everything. And now FIFA can't even sell tickets because they're there. It's the same exact thing. My grandma was there in the 1890s, early 1900s. Nothing has changed. And I don't know why the president still justifies having the KKK established. There is no reason for us to have that in this country. And now we have ICE. Now that they're thinking of breaking down KKK, you know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at right now. I'm complete.
Wow. Whew, that was a mouthful.
It really was. I apologize for not raising my hand. I'm multitasking and I don't do well multitasking. However, Chris asked he don't know why the president allows the KKK. Was that a question? Did he say that?
Yeah. Why
Or what?
is it, they
Because
justify shutting our black movement. They justify shutting down Black Panthers. They find all this evidence whenever they want to. I don't know where they find it at. They shut us down. The KKK. What is the purpose of that still being established? What good is it doing for society that it still has to be established? They justify shutting us down. So what about them? There is no good coming out of it except for death. They're still lynching people, which is ridiculous in 2025. And my grandma said it was the same thing in her youth. So that's why I ask, why? What is the justification for the president still allowing that to exist?
they're his biggest supporters,
I
unfortunately.
was getting ready to Z, would you make that announcement, write it in green? I don't know. Yeah, that's how it is, Chris. They are the they.
Yeah, that's their after work club.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Oh. Mm. Wow. Queen A.
Hello. And oh, is somebody talking? Oh, I was about to say, so I apologize. I'm over here getting ready to go to my doctor's appointment. So, but I wanted to chime in when you was talking about the KKK and things. I want to just say they was just marching over here in front of my mom's house, and I just want to touch on like that's it's kind of the reason why I understand Juneteenth, but for me, I just feel kind of like we don't realize that they took the visual shackles off and put the most dangerous ones on us, which is the mental ones. You know what I mean? I think that's them is most dangerous. So I don't really celebrate none of that stuff because I think we free when the biggest musicians, what they raise something in your face and make you think it's one thing when really all the stuff going on behind you. So and but I love the fact of now I will say we have came a long way. So I will say that, you know, and I love your presentation and happy Earth Day, love. That's why I really want to come on here and say I love your coordination. I see the background and everything. And I didn't know that about the flag. So thank you for educating me on that because I didn't even know it was a Juneteenth flag. So when you shared that, that was very knowledgeable. But I just wanted to say, that we have to be mindful that like with the president and things to Chris' question, the president and them ain't gonna say nothing because they, like K Sweetness was saying, they are they are the KKK. That's they club they go to. When we go party with our family, that's what they go do and barbecue and talk about. But no, I just want to say that to say. And another thing is, I just want to say I love Africa, and I know we need to, learn about our history, but I do think, to the young lady that was speaking earlier, I do think we need to focus on doing more for here, as well, because we have, our ancestors did do a lot here, just to that effect. Because I think we focus so much on helping the other countries, and that so we get lost in helping ourselves over here and what's going on over here. We have a lot of things going on over here, even just what we talk about in the woo space that's going on over here. But a lot of times when we talk about helping what's going on overseas or over in another country. So I just think a lot of times we just gotta, focus on our home first. You know how like what Michael Jackson said, it starts with the man in the mirror. So maybe we fix our home, then we can focus on fixing somebody else's home, because whether we like it or not, this is our home. This is where we was raised. A lot of us, we ain't from Africa. I've never been to Africa. A lot of my family never been to Africa. You know what I mean? So for a lot of us, this is home. So how do we fix home and then work on fixing, everything else that comes after. Because a lot of times you can't fix something else if you ain't fixing your home first. And I am complete. And happy Earth Day again, loves. You look so
Thank you. Thank
beautiful.
you. And so what you are speaking about speaks to me of the concept of putting our mask on first. We got to take care of ourselves. I think many of us are powerful enough to do both simultaneously, but the focus definitely should be on fixing yourself first. You're much better able to support others once are focusing on yourself, and that's a big lesson to me personally, and I'm learning it, and I'm learning it especially as from being a part of this community. So thank you, thank you, thank you, uh, Teresa. And I think there might be one other hand raised, and then
Yeah.
Sierra. I don't know what's in the chat, and I don't know if there's anything going on Facebook, but we can feed into the chat a little bit too. But Teresa, let's go with the hands that are raised first. Teresa.
Yes, I just wanted to say that the public school is closed and today, and so that's amazing because a lot of these holidays have been here celebrating us, but um I find that that they are celebrating like they had a Muslim vacation of the day, and I think it's a wonderful thing people to have their kids, if they could, just join some, sister Athenia's thing today, so 11 o'clock, just get off it and come back on once you finish, with Z. But the fact is that what we come a long way. It's like we never had these holidays like Black History, different ones, and they give them to us now. So we might feel like we have nothing, but the fact that we can be honored by these days and how they can't steal what's inside of us. They might can steal, some of your thoughts, but they can't steal your tenacity. They can't steal your fight. They can't steal your, just your, who you are, who we are as people. And so that's Honest Day. I'm so grateful that the schools are honoring because I just found out that yesterday, but I looked it up to make sure it was correct. I didn't want to say something, because Zia checked my behind if I say the wrong information. But today,
Well, New York is one of the few states that still the children are still in school. So for us to let the children off for this holidays, it's special. Most of the children in most of the other states are already out of school, so they're already on vacation. We stay until the end of the month, but they're off today, and that's wonderful.
and let's just celebrate this beautiful blackness of Juneteenth because it's really beautiful thing to be a dark person, brown color or caramel or whatever, whatever color you are. Let's just celebrate yourself and just be grateful to be here because we came a long way. We're much more stronger than what we used to be, and we are very much powerful. And so I'm just glad to be a black woman on Juneteenth, 19 2020 2025, and I'm complete. And thank you so much for sharing all this information with us and everyone, and all their input, So thank you so much.
Can I jump in real quickly?
Please.
Because I'm
Oh,
driving,
Okay.
and I'm losing my reception off and on. I learned yesterday about the AME Church, and that there's a map that was developed that shows that it was the blacks that developed the AME Church that created the Underground Railroad.
Mm.
So the myth that others did it for us is truly a myth. And so if you look at where all of the first AME churches were developed in Pennsylvania, Philadelphia, up the mountains of Pennsylvania, all of the areas that slaves needed to come out, it was us that was helping us.
Mm.
And so it would be really wise if we all start to research a little bit more. Another thing that we can do is look at that Emancipation Proclamation and read it and decipher it and understand what it meant to free slaves in an area that you did not have the right to free slaves, and what were the consequences of that. And the third thing I want to say is to Chris, your birthing center, the idea of your birthing center needs to be like an underground railroad, because that's where we are today. Texas has denied the women the right to their bodies. And women that needed to be able to have a birthright, a right to their bodies, their own choice, they voted that away in Texas. So we need underground railroad birthing centers, Chris. So I need you to spread that idea all over. Not even that you can't open it in New York right now, because we don't need it in New York. We need it in all those states. We need the underground railroad in the states that are denying women the rights to their bodies. And just like we had the AME church that opened up churches where they needed people to have a safe space. That's what we need right now. We need to concentrate on that. And I'm so complete. And I love this discussion. Thank you so much for allowing me to butt in.
Thank you, beloved. Thank you.
Okay, is it my turn again?
Yeah.
No, I did want to piggyback on what Chris had said about the KKK. And basically, the First Amendment uh, protects the KKK through freedom of expression. And even though they may have been established on that date, they were slave catchers before. They were deputies sent out and bounty hunters before that. And so that is the foundation of our police force, our army, and everything else that keeps people in check in America, mostly us, right? And so, my grandmother, my Caribbean grandmother, told her American great grandchildren that if you don't know your history, you'll be confused in the present and you might miss your future as it should be or limit your future. So, history is always going to be very important because your own mother and father are parts of history. They become your ancestors, hopefully before us, so we don't break their hearts again. But it's very important to understand that what when we came out of slavery, within 20 years, we had built towns that were self-sufficient because other people would not serve us, right? And so we served ourselves. We had stores, we had movie theaters, we had insurance companies. Of course, the church was the foundation. And the Underground Railroad is a journey more so than, anything else, because that's what helped us to lay the foundation to build another financial foundation. And most of those cities now, there were over 50 of them, way more. They're either burnt out or underwater. They make lakes over them. You know, we need to know that because when we get excited that there's this new subdivision and it's got a fountain and a lake and it's on top of our bodies, indigenous and black people. And sometimes indigenous is both black and indigenous, right? And I want people to think about if you hear that 1492 Columbus came to America, and you might even hear, if you listen a little harder, that he was sponsored by Spain and blessed by the Pope to come to the Americas, because he never made it to American soil in terms of the continent. Um, y- when you consider before that how Spain got united, it's because Africans controlled Europe for 700 plus years. So that explains the different complexion between Northern Europe and Southern Europe, especially. And what happened to those people that they supposedly kicked out? Those are the Moors that were either volunteering to travel with Columbus and went to, Latin America and stayed and gave the Mexicans and the Argentinians their complexion and the Caribbean people at first. And they were in America because they were navigators. So they were here way before everybody else. And a lot of times people don't think about those things, but it's about land rights. It'll always be about land rights. We're happy to be in nice apartments. We think we can't afford a house. But when the taxes go up for the landlord, it goes up for us. And so if you don't have land, you don't claim, go back to where grandma came from and grandpa came from and what they built and look at the deeds and see that you actually still would have owned it if people hadn't left and stopped paying taxes. Because at some point, this administration wants you, they consider you as homeless and not belonging here. They're willing to send, it's not about immigrants per se anymore. There is a law that says blacks will never be citizens. We need to fix that and just stop leaving things as bills, etc. And if they deport immigrants now to places where they didn't come from and just dump them there, they can do the same to African Americans if they feel like it. If it becomes totally military, like it is, which is Klan, like it is becoming. And that's how Liberia was founded. They sent some blacks back to Africa. Okay. They have the same red, white, and blue, and they're not the most prosperous country in Africa. They have great natural resources, diamonds, and all that. That's where Oprah's from in her family. But we have not stayed connected. And that's the whole point. Divided, we fall, right? And Juneteenth is about celebrating our escape, our resistance that made them give us freedom. It wasn't just they were giving us freedom. We fought for it. We have, the same names in the Caribbean and the United States because plantation owners owned places in both, moved us back and forth, separated wife from husband, separated children. The DNA takes us to each other and back to Africa, right? And so unity is is the language we need to speak. Otherwise, we're not in high vibration. We can say we're in high vibration, but if we're not talking harmony, at least, if not unity, the wealth of the world depends on Africa. And the wealth of America depends on the South, both local South and global South, right? We feed the world. So the South is kept as an agricultural, industrial area, right? And so we have to think outside of ourselves. And we always have these memes that say, just think about today and forgive everybody. That's not how the people who control the world think. They think about tomorrow. That's why we have systems, right? They actually learn systems from us because we had an agricultural system. We planted the right things at the right time by watching nature and just repeating what nature did, right? In a larger scale to feed everybody. And they turn that into just management. They're managers. They're not creators. We're the inventors, right? And so we need to take pride in our past and not be hurt all the time about our past, especially when we're only hearing stereotypes about our past. I've been through the Underground Railroad. I went from Detroit to Canada, right? And it's white churches, it's black churches. It was a black journey, right? And so we need to make alliances, just like Burkina Faso is dealing with the Russians and the Chinese. He's doing business with them. He's not trying to marry off his African women to them, right? But they already have the skills of management. They have the weapons. They have They can teach people how to build roads. They can, you know, we have allies here. As a matter of fact, what is it, Saturday, we have a Juneteenth Ally Awards luncheon where this Black lady founded the Center for the Healing of Racism along with a couple of her white friends. And it's going on almost 40 years now, where they have ally awards where they identify like the descendants of slave owners that were, or plantation owners, let's say, that actually treated their offspring well, gave them their land in their will, and their great great grandchildren are now fighting for reparations alongside of us. I would hope that if we do have to have an open war in Africa, that Black soldiers won't go because they're still not free. Emancipation just said you work for pay. It did not say you were equal to white people. That's what people need to understand when they read the proclamation. Emancipation is from a Latin word, two word ex meaning out and mano meaning the hand. So you're no longer under the hand, which included punishment by the KKK before they were called KKK, right? The overseer, and it means you are no longer working without pay. But they still kept us there because we did sharecropping. Everybody didn't get the 40 acres. And even if you got the 40 acres and couldn't read, the plantation owner pretended it was his land still, and we were sharecroppers. So we do need the knowledge, and the people who had the knowledge sometimes got tired of trying to explain that to the people who didn't have it, and so they went off and built their own cities, and right now in Tulsa, in Oklahoma, um that's where Black Wall Street, we commemorate Black Wall Street because that town was burnt out, and there are people over 100 years old that were children at the time that are telling the story. So Google and watch the videos of real life people who went through that burning of Black Wall Street. It was bombed from the air with government equipment. Okay. And just read about all these things. You need to know your history, local and global, because the same thing is happening still, and we're not free until everybody is free. Okay. And I could go on and on,
Yes, thank you. Thank you
but
so
we're
much.
coming up. I'm giving you that time.
Thank you.
And I
I
love you.
saw,
Happy birthday again.
thank you so much. I saw Ruby's hand up. I hope you still want to you put it down, but I hope you can have something to say.
Keep it short. Happy, beautiful, happy born day, Levy. Grand Rising.
Grand Rising.
One, I want to say thank you for inviting me. I just got the message and I was like, oh my goodness. Also, I got your flyer. I was not sure if that was today or Saturday, so I will check in with you for the events, the festivities.
Okay.
I just want to say I'm listening to everyone. Oh my goodness. I think I missed Chris's. I hate missing Chris. Uh, um, I realized that, a lot of it, we have so much of our past history. One of the reasons why I do what I do is because we've got to use, I think we have to use what we know of our history to become aware and skilled in today's world, the way it is today, so that the people who went before us get to see us rise as they did in a new way. We talk about Black Wall Street, but the skills are missing. The skills and the fostering of those skills in the world we live in now are missing. And I get what she was saying about how they was like, people just got tired of trying to talk to the sharecroppers who are like, it's your land. What you try? Okay, this ain't gonna work. We got to move on and go do something of our own because these guys, they're not listening. And I get that. I get that more than anything because of the journey I'm on with building digital financial literacy in this world for my people, for our communities. I get that. And I begin to understand that road. But I don't give up because I realize that if they did it, I have examples to go from. You know what I'm saying? I have examples. I have shoulders that I stand on that says this is going to happen. We are awakened in a time where not only the shift opens the door to us, we no longer have to ask for anything. It is no longer, this is what really irked me about here. It's like the whole journey I'm listening, they gave us. Like you have to beg somebody for your human right to exist from birth in a land you created and foster, built from the ground up and still cultivate. So for me, Juneteenth, I love the events because it's our opportunity to finally be close enough to talk to each other and see where innovation comes together. See what people are put together and what they've been working on, what their skills and talents are. And that Underground Railroad never stopped. And I don't know if anybody realized we have not been able to not have an Underground Railroad. We've had to dig under and keep secret our growth processes a lot because we've seen what happens when we're out there. When we're open with everything, it gets picked up and run with. So a lot of us don't know that there's folks in the background making sure that the foundation is laid in such a way that nobody can take this future world we're heading into. We don't even know that we're not living. Some of us don't know that the reason for a lot of those like the Black Panthers. Oh God, I mean, my heart just goes out. Even Black Wall Street, you have so many groups. King, we have Malcolm X, and the movements of so many who didn't understand. We don't know the foundation. So when you don't know the foundation, you think the fight is taking place. Well, the foundation of this here land that we in, and even the world, because they've affected the world, is the money. And the money comes with contracts. And we didn't defeat those. We didn't handle the contracts. You know who did? Our indigenous brothers and sisters. They're the ones with the treaties to the land. And the thing is once you separate yourself Black and indigenous, you take your way out. You discard your treaty. We back to doing the same thing with what she was saying about the sharecroppers. You don't know that you got a treaty too with this land. You own this. And you are completely entitled. You just were never told how to do it, how to do the paperwork that sets you apart, the paperwork that takes the KKK out of your purview. They can't even look at you, can't talk to you because we don't know the steps. But there are some of us who do. Don't get it twisted. There are a lot of us who do, and there's a lot of numbers going up, which is why a lot of changes are coming. And we just go and we change with them. We keep changing when we update. We got to learn how to use this technology properly. And so I say all that to say, let's connect with what real power looks like. And it's not always going to be flashy. It's not always going to be beautiful. Sometimes it's going to seem a little weird. It's going to be a little different information. Like, oh boy, there go those conspiracy people. But it's time to start investigating what they're saying. Because something about that got our attention. We heard this before. Somebody said this to us. We've got to start realizing that that our future as a culture has to move forward. Can't keep going back. We got to use the past as the example so we don't get caught on this walk and put back again because we won't look forward enough for ourselves and our people. And so with that, I gotta say thank you so much. Happy birthday, baby.
Oh, I love
Thank
you.
you. I love you all. Thank you. I love you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, community, for helping me fill the space and fill the time with so much richness, so much richness. Let's see, I think I have enough time. We're right at 8:30. So how about would anybody like to sing hear the celebration song before we actually close out? Or should we just go ahead and close out? Let's get a consensus. Oh, we actually didn't read the chat, so let's do
Yeah,
is there
close
anything
out with the
significant there?
song.
Okay. So
Bless your
let's hear
love
the
family.
chat and then
Can I
close
say
out with the
something?
song.
Bless your love family. Can I say something?
Oh, what was that?
This is Brother Kamal. I'm tuning in and listening, but there's a couple of things I'd like to add to it, if I can.
Absolutely, please.
There's a phrase I heard, and I guess it's a text that goes along with it. Juneteenth, the promise of freedom. That it's a very loaded comment. And the other thing is that we need freedom workers, not just freedom fighters. We need freedom workers, freedom fighters, and freedom supporters. But that Juneteenth, a promise of freedom. And the other thing, the last thing, is in terms of language liberation, we need to stop, just like we stopped calling our ancestors slaves, we need to stop calling those places where they were held captive plantations. It sounds too romantic, vacationist. They were forced labor camps, and they were forced much more than labor. So those are my thoughts, and I'd like to add that to the conversation. Communication.
Thank
Thank
you. Wow. Thank you. Okay. Wow. What a birthday. Okay, so if there's anything of a specific significance in the chat, please share it. And then let us close out with our celebration song. And
we had a lot of folks wishing you a happy Earth Day. Martine on Facebook also sent over a happy birthday for you. And then a lot of folks were just responding, happy Juneteenth, and then kind of just responding to different things that folks had said. I think Chris was a little shocked that ICE was still, or not ICE, but that the KKK were outside Queen A's place. But she had said they got rounded up in a U-Haul and were taken away. But yeah, it was just a lot of comments on parts of the conversation, learning new things, and we're shocked to hear about other things.
thank you, thank you, thank you. So if you're able to go back to the song from the beginning, and let's just play that, and then we'll go to the special offer, which is more of an invitation than an offer. You'll see when we get to that slide.
Celebrate,
Thank you, family. Thank you, thank you, thank you for coming out and celebrating Juneteenth and my birthday with me. I would like to invite you all, if you can go to that. Uh, Thank you, the special offer side. So, those of you who were with me on not my last session, but the one just before that, celebrations of us, we talked about so many different things around the country and around the world that we should attempt. Let me take that word out. That if mm, would be a good idea for us to experience in our lifetimes that will feed us as our as a people and as individuals. So I started a document that it has it's just the beginning of it. I literally just started it. But my wish for it is for it to be a living document, a document that you will go to when you're getting ready to travel somewhere, or even at home, to see where you can take your family, where you can go to feed your spirit and to grow yourself. And my wish is that as you see the document for yourself, that you'll send me places and events and activities to add to it so that it can grow and become such a full document of where to go and what to do wherever you are in the world. So that's my hope, and you will have in the chat will be uh, a short link to get to the document and Gmail website to send suggestions. And if you send places, their locations, if there are websites about these things, that makes it very easy for people to be able to look into them. So as much information as you can share about something, just send. If you're looking on the list and you're looking for something and you're looking to see if something's there and it's not there, please send it to me so that I can add it. And I look for this time next year to see such a full document and continuing to grow. I'd like for it to continue to grow as long as we're around, because there is always going to be more for us to learn. So that's my invitation for a special offer. And I've simplified my contact to what I use the most, the phone number, which is also my WhatsApp number. So those who are not in the States can reach me. If they go on WhatsApp and look up my name and or that number, they will find me and we can connect that way. And my email. Now, I will say about my email, it's so full that if you do send me an email, I ask you to text me and let me know what to look for, who it's from and the subject matter, so that I can go looking for things, because there's so much stuff that I don't just go read it, because it's just too much for me to just read. So if you send me something by email, just let me know in a text what to look for, and I'll be able to follow up. And if you call me and you're not in my contacts, please text me before you call me and introduce yourself, let me know where I know you from, and then call me so I'll recognize your number when you do call. Some often I will answer numbers that I don't recognize, but sometimes I don't do that. So if you're not in my contacts, let me know who you are before you call me so that I will answer you. Thank you. And this community feeds us, and you come here free of charge and get so much from being in this space. And we have to pay for the Zoom space. We have to pay for a lot of the things that are going on. All of our personal physical contributions are volunteer, but there are things that do have to be paid for. So in order to keep it going, we ask for your support. And one of the quickest ways to do it is to, and I just realized I forgot to put or maybe I didn't, maybe it's in the wrong order. Um, So we have automated love offerings. What's already set up are for 25, 50, 75, and $100. If you want to give more, less, or something in between, you'll get the email will be on the last slide. You can email us and let us know what you want, and we can set up a link specifically for that. But we appreciate all those who are currently supporting us on a monthly basis, and we encourage you to consider doing that to help us keep us going. Thank you. And I did forget my main slide. I forgot that this is a Thursday. I usually most of my facilitations are on Mondays where we don't have the individual slide. So I apologize. I forgot to make sure that was added. Coming up on Sunday, our own Aisha Coachman will be talking about Let the Gospel Music Move You. So come on out and hear what she's got to say about that. And Sierra, I will turn it over to you.
Perfect. Thank you, Z. Thank you for a great session as well. I saw some new names in there. I think you were sending out your invite to folks. So thank you to those that wanted to come and start Z's birthday off right. We hope that you come and join a session again. We have a range of topics, even with Kaisha on Sunday. That can go in a bunch of different ways. I'm excited. I'll be adminning for it. So probably start the morning off right with some good music. So thank you for those that come, for everyone that is here weekly. Invite some friends, get them to show up. Let's be in community together. I'm multitasking here, so bear with me. It is Thursday, so I will share, as Z had mentioned, we have a big volunteer team, but it can always grow. If you've been in the space for a long time and you want to get more connected and you don't necessarily want to facilitate, we also have a behind the scenes, I'm not the best talker, so you won't see me running my own show, but we have people on the admin team that help out with the mornings. We have people that create these slides, people that get our facilitators ready. So if you're interested in any of that, you can check out the links dropped in the chat and reach out. Here is our schedule. Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday, we have our longer sessions from 7 to 8:30. I got excited. I thought this was going to be the one time we end early since I've begun. But we managed to fill this session and it was a great time. On Monday and Wednesday, we have our shorter sessions, the 7 to 7:30. These are all Eastern time. So if you're able to come, you can stream us live on Zoom or on Facebook. And to get notified when we go live, you can go ahead and text Woo Nation to 74121. If you want to stay in touch to also be notified who's coming up for the week, you can register at the link that I'll be dropping in the chat. And every week you'll kind of just get a little notice of who's going to be coming up and what their session may be about. You can also join our Facebook groups. We have a private one and a public one. The links will be dropped in the chat to each of those. And I think on the private one is where they kind of post a little snippet of what their session might be about. So make sure to join those. And that will also notify you when we're going live on Facebook. We also have an Instagram at Wake Up Everybody Virtual that you can follow. We've got the YouTube. This session will be going up as soon as it loads onto my laptop. So if you want to share it with anybody that might be, might gain something from watching it, you can go ahead and share it from there. And then we also have the email if you want to reach out for volunteering or have any questions, need help with the automated love donations. You can go ahead and send an email to info.wakeupseries.com. And then I will take these slides down and we will give Ms. Z our very much deserved love offering for her Earth Day. So I invite everybody to come off mute and show some love.
Hey, happy birthday, born day. Woo, woo, woo. So
Earth
great of a
Day.
show. Thank you so much for all that knowledge Blessings to you. Thank you for opening my eyes about
Blessings. I
the
share. Thank you for
background
the
of all the
session.
things
Birthday
that
blessings
I
all
didn't
year.
know. I took for granted.
Happy
Thank you
Earth
so much.
Day.
Enjoy
Thank you.
your
Thank you.
year.
Happy Earth
Blessings to
Day.
you. Blessings, blessings, blessings.
Happy
Blessings,
birthday.
Happy
blessings,
birthday, happy
more
birthday.
blessings.
Thank you, thank you,
Happy
thank you.
birthday.
Happy
Happy birthday day to
birthday
your
to
mother.
ya.
Happy birthday, Theodora. That
Happy
was you
birthday
made 80
to
yesterday,
ya.
did you not? Thank you,
Happy
thank
Yes.
you.
birthday. Happy birthday to ya. Happy
Thank
birthday
Thank
to
you.
ya.
you for this.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Birthday, birthday.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Woo,
Thank you,
woo, woo,
thank you,
woo.
thank you.